want your love, yeah, I don't need your love, yeah, I don't want your love now.
Boy, if you don't.
So, what's good? Can y'all see the shirt though? Y'all gotta see. This is like a bunch of cartoons and shit. I fuck with it. So, recently, like everyone knows about the whole coronavirus pandemic, this whole crazy thing going on right now, and this shit is just wild. Like, it went from one regular day, went from a regular day, like a regular week, everyone was nervous about it, you know, everyone was being cautious, to like, boom, everything's closed within 1 week. Like, so I feel like if you're living in a small town, in a small city, it doesn't really like this lockdown won't really affect you as much, because I feel like in smaller towns and cities, many people don't come outside as much, you know, like where I used to live, I know many people didn't come outside as much. But when you're living in a city, like I have friends who live in Manhattan, friends who live in fucking Brooklyn, and like, you know, maybe not many people in Brooklyn and shit, but I have a lot of friends around like different areas within the city. And from what they tell me, like it's a ghost town. You feel me? Like when I walk outside, I'm used to, of course, people still come outside in the city. Like the city is so big, everyone is so like compacted together that it's like it's impossible to put everyone on quarantine, on lockdown. Like it is not possible for the government to do that. So I feel like that's why they're forcing us to stay home, which it is good to stay home. Like if you don't have to work, if you don't have to make that extra dollar, then I would say stay home. Like keep yourself safe, your family safe, because like you never know. Like there's a bunch of conspiracies. You feel me? Like, and yeah, this shit is just, it's crazy. When I walk outside, like to go to the store or something, it's like a ghost town. Like my friend was showing me, shout out to Millie, she was showing me how it looked in Manhattan, and the streets were dead, like dead. I know everyone keeps seeing those posts like, oh my gosh, I've never seen Manhattan like this. Like that shit is real. No one is outside. There's some footage from my friend, and I'm gonna try and like show you guys how Manhattan is looking, the city is looking. I know everybody's probably like, they're on YouTube like looking at it, but probably trying to show you like more, you know, more interactive, more personal photos of how the city looks. Everyone knows if you live in New York, like once you go to Manhattan, Manhattan is like the most crowded place, because you know it's tourists, it's bunches of people. Like there's so, even like homeless people living in Manhattan. Like Manhattan is like the epicenter. That's why they say that's where all of this started, because there's constantly so many people there. So it's kind of weird, because they say like the city never sleeps, but it's dead outside. Like it's, personally to me, when I go outside, I'm like, damn, like where everybody at? But we know where everybody at. They up in their house. It's not tough, but at the same time it is, because I feel like when you're living in New York, you're used to that fast pace. You're used to going outside. I'm back. And you know, this wouldn't be a video. This wouldn't be a PLAYBOIHEFF video if I didn't smoke with you guys. So, you know, if you got a spliff or something, you feel me? Let's blaze up together. So, yeah. back to what I was talking about. So basically, let me see. I gotta find something to ash. Not ashing in my rolling tray today. I am ashing in my water bottle. Another thing that's crazy is there's so many people out here. Like, there's a lot of people that are at the moment unemployed, and I know there's like people, like, not everyone has the best living situation. So be it, there's a lot of people, like, there's a lot of kids that are out of school at the moment. I'm one of them. And it's crazy. It's crazy. Like, I don't think people in New York can stay. I don't think people can stay in their house. Like, all right, March went by, April went by, but when May, June, like when it starts getting warmer outside, I feel like people aren't gonna want to listen to the government. Like, people already want to go outside. People are still having like parties and stuff like that. Like, I've been home. I agree with staying home because I don't want to infect any of my family members, God forbid, or, you know, it just helps lessen the spread. And I definitely agree that people should be in their house. People should stay protected. You know, if you gotta go out, you feel me, go out real quick. But it's like, when you're a city kid, like, you have so much energy. So it's hard. It's hard being inside your house all day. Like, you're here every single day worrying about what's the next move? What's the government gonna do? Like, is the government really trying to do what is best for us as a people? You know? And I feel like, because New York, we have the most cases, it's hard. I definitely got to give respect to all the nurses and doctors and, like, people's, like, I know some people whose parents are like nurses and stuff like that. And it's scary. It's scary for everybody, because at this point we were just in like flu season, cold season. So it's like, I know there's millions of people who probably think, like, probably not millions, like, you know, a good percent of the population in New York that probably think they have this virus, because social media can make people paranoid. So I feel like another thing people need to do, like, during this time, is just chill. Like, you know, to make sure you just wash your hands, you fucking wearing gloves. Like, we're gonna end this pandemic by the summertime, because we need to go outside. I can't stay in here on the summertime. You know what I mean? My birthday's in the summertime. Like, that's when it's time to pop out. You feel me? So hopefully the government gets everything together and they put everything into place. But it's tough. It's tough. And I would say hang in there, guys, because we're going to get through this. It's not going to last for long. We're going to make it. And when the summertime come, all you're going to hear is Pop Smoke playing on the block, you feel me? Because we got to represent Pop Smoke during the summertime. He makes summer lit every summer, you feel me? This pandemic is crazy. It's crazy. It is really. New York doesn't have much supplies. We have so many people, but not much medical supplies. And I feel like a lot of people are buying them and not making it accessible for people who don't have like the resources to get it or be able to get masks. So I would say, like, you know, get like them regular, like, hold on, let me show you. This is like one of, you know, the regular ones the surgeons wear and everything. And it's just like, you know, it keeps you protected. Like, you know, even if you go outside, just to have something around your face. Oh shit, bruh. Or even like a scarf, something, you know what I mean? But I would say, like, to the people out there who's like buying out face masks, buying like, yo, people are buying 5-6 gallons of milk for a house of probably like 3 people. 3 people. Like, you know what I mean? In all reality, I understand people are trying to stock up, but for people who really need that milk and stuff for their babies, it's crazy. Like, that milk is gonna go expired. Someone else who could have drank that milk or used it for their benefit. People need to be more unselfish. Stop being selfish, because you never know if there's a family who's coming to the supermarket right after you and they just missed a whole meal for their family because you want to buy 6 gallons of milk, and now they over there feeding their baby water. You feel me? Like, think more of others and just be safe, guys, you know? And yeah. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And I'm gonna keep hitting out with like new content, coming out with new videos, just things to interact with y'all, talk with you guys with. And yeah, peace out. And remember to stay blazing, y'all. And follow me on my socials too. I'm gonna leave that in the